Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? If you hear kids in the background, my littles are out for Christmas, out of school for Christmas, so they're on Christmas break. So if they get a little too wild out, um, too loud for you, I understand. Um, there is a Brian Kohberger update. This will come out December the 4th. It says Idaho prosecutors submit disputed Brian Kohberger DNA evidence to judge for review. Kohberger's defense wants the IGG, because they went back and found his father's DNA on Ancestry, and that's how they called it. Brian wants the evidence used in the University of Idaho, used early in the University of Idaho investigation. Idaho prosecutors have submitted disputed DNA evidence to the court that a student stabbing suspect, Brian Kohberger, was handed over to him as he hopes to beat the 4 first-degree murder charges and a burglary count in November 2022. The massacre of the 4 university students. Prosecutors say that the police used investigative genetic genealogy evidence to generate leads, but did not obtain any warrants in the case. They allegedly confirmed a match between a DNA sample on the knife sheath found at the crime scene to Kohberger's cheek swab. Police recovered a K-bar knife sheath under the body of the 21-year-old victim, Madison Mogan, who they found with stab wounds in an upstairs bedroom alongside her best friend, Kelly Gonzalez, 21. Their housemate, Xana Kernodle, 20, and her boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, also 20, were also killed, and the other 2 roommates survived, including one who saw a masked man matching Kohberger's description walk out the back door, according to court documents. And a filing date in November 30th and released over the weekend, Lehigh County prosecutor Bill Thompson wrote that the office had submitted IGG information and in its possession, custody, or control. The fight over whether the IGG evidence should be disclosed and has been a sticking point for the defense as it demands more information through the discovery process. Judge gave Kohberger's defense a minor victory in October, ordering the prosecution to share the evidence with him for an in-camera review and inspection by the judge done in private. He is expected to examine the IGG evidence and decide how much of it, if any, should be shared with the defense. The state's argument that the IGG investigation was wholly irrelevant since it was not used in obtaining any warrants and will not be used at trial is well supported, a judge wrote previously. Nonetheless, Kohberger is entitled to view at least some of the IGG information in preparing his defense, even if it may ultimately be found to be irrelevant. All 4 victims were undergrad students at the University of Idaho, and Kohberger, who attended the neighboring Washington State University in the pursuit of a PhD in criminology, drove the white Hyundai Elantra in some type of car investigators identified as the suspect vehicle, and allegedly turned his phone off before heading to and from the crime scene, according to the affidavit. Police, citing phone records, also alleged that he stalked the victim's house on dozens of occasions before the murders and drove by once hours after. Kohberger is being held without bail, and the judge has entered a non-guilty plea on his behalf at his arraignment in May, and he could face the death penalty if he is convicted. So my question is, if this IGG evidence, they don't get to use it, do y'all think the verdict will be guilty or not guilty of these 4 college students? I'm betting money, even if the DNA evidence is voted out, I'm betting, I don't know, we have to go through the trial and see this, but I'm betting on guilty.